Welcome back everybody. Today we're going to talk about the Mini going on a bit of a diet and I need to tidy this mess up. And a few other bits. I fixed the oil leak on the Mini. Remember I changed the rear crank seal and it didn't fix it. So that's good news. I've not changed any gaskets either, so we'll talk about that much later on in the video. And first we're going to, well, I'm going to tidy up. I'm not going to make you watch, and then we'll talk about putting the Mini on a diet so we can go faster. You can see the first part of how the Mini's losing weight. I took the back seats out and all the carpets out. I did also, when I went to Melbourne the other week, take out the passenger seat as well. So I've no idea how much all this weighs, so I'm going to weigh it and we'll see how much it weighs. Right, here we go. It's just a luggage weighing thing. The battery's not flat. I think the battery's flat. Hold on. It's going well, isn't it? I don't think I've got any AAAs. Try again. Right then, let's see. .3 kilos. .1, so that's 5.4. This could be quite hard, couldn't it? Hmm. 0.6, so that makes 6 kilos. Two kilos, that's 8. Point 2, 8.2, .8, so 10 kilos. 10 kilos, that's a fair bit, isn't it? Plus whatever the passenger seat weighs. I think I'll get that out and weigh it. Right then, got the passenger seat out. See how much that weighs. This might be difficult. $15 kilos. That was heavy. So the next bit. How much weight saving is there in getting rid of the soundproofing that's all over the floor? It's a bit shredded in the driver's footwell. I've got it all over the back seat, and then under it I've got a load of sound deadening. So yeah, what do you reckon? Worth pulling all that out? It's got to be worth a look, isn't it? Probably need to put something under that seat bracket, won't I? We'll see. I just realised actually, I did save a little bit more weight. I took the speaker board out because I had that out at Melbourne. That probably weighs a bit, a couple of kilos perhaps. See how much this weighs. There's my weighing thingy. What have I done with that then? Little weighing device. Lost it already. Here it is. Magnets and speakers are annoying. There we go. Right. Cool. 4.5 kilos. So that means taking all this lot out, save nearly 30 kilos. I think I'm going to give it a go. So I'll start by taking it out. Hold on, let's work the camera. I'll start by taking it out the back there, over the back seat, and then weigh that, see how much weight I save. So, I've got some of the soundproofing out. Let me get the weighing thing. I'll show you what I took out in a minute. This bag contains sound deadening, soundproofing that I've removed. So let's have a look. How much does all of that weigh? 2.8 kilograms. So that takes the total Raceday weight reduction up to 33. So that's not bad, that was more than I thought. It's a bit of a mess in there. I need to get one of them gummy wheel things, whatever they are, for getting sticky stuff off, but I'll show you what it looks like. So let's go and have a look what we took out. There we go. Looks a bit messy because of all the sticky black stuff left there, but I've took it out up until this line here, both sides. You can see behind the driver's seat as well. That's the silent coat sound deadening and the foam soundproofing. There's a little bit of rust under there, there's a bit of water trapped right at the back of the heel board each side. And if you can see, it's perhaps a little bit dark to see down there, but it's probably good not to have water trapped underneath there. So what I'll do for now is put the back seat back in so we can still use the car, put the seats back in. At some point I'll drive it without the seats in, see what the noise levels are like before I start tackling what's in the front of the car. I need to tidy the wiring up there, speaker wires, I'll probably just tie those out of the way for now. And then this wire is actually for the fuel pump, so I need to do something with that as well. So yeah, that's 33 kilos weight saved. 33 kilos is quite a reasonable bit of weight to save, isn't it? I'm quite happy with that. I'll pull the bonnet off and show you what changes I've made that's cured my oil leak now, because it's something I kind of overlooked, but it's quite obvious now. I've done it and realised, so I'll show you what that is. Also, apologies about the audio in the rest of this video up to this point. I'd changed microphone on my camera. I'd used a different one a couple of weeks ago, and I'd not reset the levels in the camera, so it was a little bit harsh. So I've done the best I can in the editing software to level it out, but still sounds a bit rubbish. Hopefully it's better now. So I'll pull the bonnet off and we'll have a little look at what I've done under here. So to fix my oil leak, what I've actually done is plumbed my oil breather pipe working properly. So if you have a look here, there's that large pipe going off there. That goes to this kind of spigot on the inlet. And then the smaller pipe there, just there, goes to that. So the idea is, inside of this rocker cover here, along this top section, it's got kind of its own built-in catch can that collects any bits of oil and lets vapour come out and oil go back into the sump. So the way that works on here is you've got the larger pipe, it's a bit kinked, but goes to that inlet. That's pre-butterfly, so that's the normal sort of, that's just feeding into the inlet. And then the little pipe goes post-butterfly, post-throttle valve. So that gives a little bit of vacuum into the crankcase, so that reduces crankcase pressure. So having done that and had a reduction in crankcase pressure, it's actually stopped the oil leak. I've seen this kind of breather setup done on BMW M54 M52 engines to introduce negative crankcase pressure to help control oil leaks. And I think this is how this setup originally was plumbed in the original donor car. So that explains why I've changed the rear crank seal and it still leaked afterwards. So now I've redone that setup. I've driven the car a fair bit. I've raced at Melbourne with it. I've been on the road for quite a few miles, and I'm not getting any more oil patches on the drive outside or in the garage here. So happy days. Finally, I've got a Mini that doesn't leak oil. So I think at some point I need to jump underneath and get that all cleaned off, but I think that can wait till the winter. I think when the winter comes, the engine and subframe are going to come out, and it's going to go. I'm going to go through all the suspension, give it all a good look over, and get it ready, rewired and stuff next year when hopefully I can get racing. That's all for this video. Thank you everybody for watching. My last video, long form one on the Melbourne Raceway, didn't get a lot of views. I must admit it wasn't a great video. I wasn't very pleased with it. I need to spend a little bit more time sort of outside of the car. I was just sat behind my car and then camera in the car. I need to film a little bit more what's going on. When I was having problems with the spark plugs and the alternator belt, should have filmed a bit of that really as well. So it's all learning for me. I've never done this kind of going to the racetrack video format before, so I'll carry on learning, try and make it better, and hopefully you've enjoyed this one a bit more. Got stuck into a little bit of work, and I'll see you again next time.